What's up, YouTube? Just a quick video today about scenario building. Scenarios have always been the easy part for me. I'm much more likely to go sloppy on setting or on details like traps because I'm excited about this great interactive story I want to lay in front of the players, because that's what a scenario is. It's an interactive story. But every game master has different skills. So this is a response to K9999, hope I'm saying that right, who asked for a few tips on scenario building. When I'm writing a scenario, I start with a central idea, and that idea has to have two things. It has to be focused, and it has to be foundation worthy. Those are the two F's. You want your central concept to be focused. A lot of people have trouble because they start with too many ideas. Like the players are explorers in Australia, and I want it to have steam elements, and voodoo, and Germans, and dinosaurs, and aliens, mad scientists, the mafia, man-eating Venus flytraps. And it's good to have a lot of ideas, but you have to make a crucial distinction between your central concept and your other stuff. Your central concept is something that's very simple. The players are asked to investigate something strange in the outback, and they run across alien technology. You ever see the foundation of a building? It's plain flat cement, so all the interesting stuff can go on top of it. That's what I mean when I say your central concept has to be focused and boiled down to one idea. That brings me to the second requirement. Your central concept has to be foundation worthy. Once you've got it boiled down, ask yourself what else can go on top of this idea. Could be ideas that the central concept suggests to you. You know, maybe the Germans want this technology and the mafia is willing to sell it to them. Or it could be things you just want to have in a game. If your central idea doesn't provide a nice foundation for all your other ideas to build on top of, then it may not be strong enough to build a scenario. So you need to start with a central concept, and it needs to be focused, and it needs to be foundation worthy. So where do you get ideas? Don't overlook pulling stuff from books and movies. Some of your richest roleplay experiences can come from a story that you've seen one way, and then you put it in front of your players and they pull it all kinds of different directions. This is a big reason why I like low-budget B-movies. But you have three other big sources of scenario ideas right inside the game that you're playing. First one is the setting. What part or what element in that setting caused you to choose that among all of the other ones you could have chosen and say, we're playing this? Take each one of those things and think, what would happen if these characters encountered it? Now you've got your central idea. Second one is the situation. What kind of party is this? They wealthy, low class, thieves, explorers, big game exterminators? Think about what their day in the life typical adventure would be like, or their typical adventure gone wrong, because that's a thing. And your third in-game source, your guaranteed to succeed source, is character stories. What have these players told you about their character's backplot? I mean, we all have that one player, right, who writes up a 3-page backstory and emails it to you. But every player, even if all they've done is choose a race and a class, is telling you what kind of character they want to play, consciously or unconsciously. And if you went no further than what they've shown you they want, you could come up with a pretty good central idea. You know, they meet an old enemy, or have to pay off an old debt, and there's a threat to the people that they care about. For a long time, I tried to cram my story into the player backstories. It just doesn't work. But if you take a player's character concept and treat that as a central idea, you've automatically got something that that player is going to care about. And the other players will fall into line because they're expecting the same treatment. So that's 3 sources for your central idea. Now, once you've got your central idea and your other stuff built on top of it, you must make a second crucial distinction. Which of these story ideas are scene material, and which of them are sandbox material? If you've got a specific event that kicks the party into gear, or a nugget of information that tells them where they need to go, or an important NPC relationship, these are pieces that need to be on the board in order for the scenario to work. Well, each one of them is a scene. But if you have other ideas that are more like pieces that you want to make available to the players, but it won't really derail anything if they don't get used, or if they get used for something completely different than you had envisioned, then that's sandbox material. Scenes are storytelling. They're your chance to share your creativity with the group. But a sandbox is full of things that you hope will spark player creativity, to get them to take a turn telling the story. You know, scenes and sandboxes might seem like kind of an arbitrary distinction, but once you understand the difference between the two categories, it helps you really get your ideas out faster during prep and render them more cleanly and efficiently during the session. And of course, the kind of things that you put in your sandbox are storytelling too, because you're showing them what kind of world this is. It's just that those things are there for the players to pick up and fiddle with. Another way to say it, a scene has a goal, sandboxes have turds. You know, if the party happens across a particular turd, they can pick it up and play with it. But if not, well, there's plenty of other turds in the sandbox. What are some of your favorite scenario building techniques? Leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, because the great thing about the internet is it puts you in touch with other game masters with other skill sets. If you found this video helpful, you can subscribe for more like it every week, or check out my blog where I post every Monday. Until next time, be spontaneous, be a leader, and make their wishes come true.